I remember the days where the big things didn't really matter to me, but the only dream was being popular. At the age of 5, I was really intrigued with those Barbie skits which portray the social stereotypes of popular girls and nerdy girls. But somehow, the popular girls were always the one who were respected, while the nerdy girls got the backlash and not the same respect as them. Popular girls are who you always want to be, strive to be. As for nerdy girls, it wasn't the same. A moment here at FFI really allowed me to think further about my topic. I remember after dinner there was a time we had to clean up. But while doing that, the conversation on my topic was brought up. It showed me a new perspective on my topic, with the only perception of it only being in the movies. They're not wrong, but they show a dramatized way of it. But it is still relevant in today's day and age. Here I stand today to further explain how much this could affect generations of our education. If you don't know me, my name is Amanda Grace Pramastia Wardani Yusuf. Born in Wentworth Douglas Hospital at 12:37 a.m. to both immigrant parents from Indonesia. Both of my parents had such different social backgrounds. My mom, who is from Jakarta, which is a very party social city where everyone knew everyone. And my dad from Java grew up within the rice fields of the rural land. As I grew up, I was isolated from others due to the lack of understanding of how America is built socially. I remember it was the first day of the first grade at Woodman Park Elementary School. I was so excited for this new beginning, wearing the best thing I owned, a glittery Hello Kitty t-shirt with leopard pants and twinkle-toed shoes. Could you tell I had amazing fashion? Nervousness was the least of my worries, as my parents helped me get ready for school. Belajar baik, study good, was a common phrase my mom said to get me ready. Honestly, I ignored all of it. I was only looking forward to going to school and being popular. As weeks went on in school, I realized I'd never be like those popular girls in those Barbie skits. I found it hard to blend in, even trying to act white as a brown kid. One day in PE, we were playing a space game, which consisted of us moving to planets as little astronauts. Quickly stepping on Saturn, this blonde boy, who always intimidated me due to his popularity, gave me this look of disgust. A new chapter of confusion and helplessness grew. As a first grader, I couldn't understand this sudden hatred. What did I do? It came to the point where this boy approached me and pressed his sharp fingernail into the skin of my finger at recess. As I bled, I couldn't even cry. I struggled to breathe, but I didn't feel obligated to cry. I didn't want to be known as the tattletale. I couldn't let that be my title. As the bullying progresses to the 3rd grade, my parents decided to move me to Portsmouth to stop this ongoing problem. Fast forward, and now my second to last year at Portsmouth High School. As a student, you tend to observe the others' actions of your peers. A common observation was the social hierarchy placed in this educational environment based on relevance. This brought me back to my idea of Barbie skits that I used to watch. On the last years of high school, you'd expect everyone would be more collaborative, but it's like they were still like their freshman selves, separated and judgmental. Even if they were toxic towards each other, they still remained the same. Why? Because they fear isolation and irrelevancy. If you didn't have the connections, you wouldn't be able to go to these extreme fun parties they hosted. Education holds the role of being influential. Students have also resorted to substances to gain that need of relevance and acceptance of others. This is a horrible way to continue our education. Of course, this problem doesn't affect everyone, but seeing the way kids change the way they act, spoke, and dress is a sign to this problem. The role of our administrators is to value the education and the safety of our students, but they're still blindsided about the impact it can have on a student coming from a student that experienced it firsthand. I want to change the way of our educational environment to something more welcoming. To refer back to the skits I mentioned before, they always had a good ending. As students who are so connected with technology, we have the ability for new connections. But why are we so divided by hierarchy? I want to change the education environment by awareness and opportunities for connections. We have the power to stop this ongoing chain. Be the person you want to be, not the person they want you to be. Thank you.